Have you ever wondered whether your spiritual journey is truly about liberation or just another form of self-validation? Have you ever caught yourself comparing your meditation time, your diet, or your rituals with others and secretly felt proud or superior? Welcome back to the channel, a place where we delve deep into the truths of spiritual practice and uncover the illusions that often keep us stuck. Today, we are going to explore one of the most overlooked yet critical traps in spiritual life: attachment to the appearance of practice. It's not about whether you chant 1,000 mantras, memorize scripture, or sit in silence for hours. The real question is, why are you doing it? Is it a journey toward awakening, or has it become a performance you subconsciously use to prove you're on the right path? We're going to unpack this through stories, insights, and reflections that will invite you to look deeply at your intentions. You may discover that what feels like devotion is in fact a mask of insecurity. Let me ask you, when your phone rings during a chanting session, do you feel irritated? When someone interrupts your meditation, do you react with anger or judgment? When you see someone not following the rules of practice, do you silently condemn them? These moments, small, fleeting, are signs that you may be caught in what Buddhism calls the attachment to form. In Buddhist terminology, form or appearance is referred to as ichian, means the outer layer, the visible expression, the ritual. And when we cling to these forms without understanding their essence, we're not practicing spirituality, whether you're rehearsing it. It's like mistaking the map for the destination. You might be wearing robes, eating vegan, spending weekends in retreat centers, posting photos of your altar or chanting sessions, but none of these are proof of awakening. The Diamond Sutra warns us. If one sees me in form or seeks me in sound, he practices a heresy. He will not see the Tathagata. In other words, if your idea of enlightenment depends on how spiritual something looks or sounds, you've missed the point entirely. The true Buddha is formless. The awakened mind is not bound by routine, ritual, or righteousness. Let me tell you a story. There was once a woman named Evelyn. Every morning at 5 a.m., he lit incense, sat in lotus posture, and chanted her favorite sutra. He'd post about her spiritual routine, her vegan meals, her silence retreats. He did all of this with great dedication. But whenever her roommate forgot to wash the dishes or made noise during her meditation, Elena would explode in passive-aggressive silence, then carry that resentment for days. He believed she was a deep practitioner, but her reactions revealed an uncomfortable truth: he was attached to the idea of being a practitioner. You looked the part, but inside, he was stuck in ego. Her awakening came not through chanting, but one evening when her friend gently said, "You do all these beautiful things, but your heart seems more closed than open." It was like a slap, but also a blessing. He spent the next few months sitting not for show, but for insight. You removed her older photos from social media. He stopped comparing herself to others, and slowly he began to observe her thoughts rather than identify with them. Her practice became invisible, but her peace became tangible. That's the paradox. The more real your practice becomes, the less you need others to see it. The more you embody truth, the less you need to explain it. Ego craves labels. I'm spiritual, I'm enlightened, I'm advanced. But real practice is about shedding those labels. Let's be honest, you live in an era where spirituality is aestheticized, from meditation apps with soothing voices to designer yoga mats to influencers who make veganism a competition. It's easy to confuse appearance with essence. You might feel bad for not having the right chanting beats. You might compare your practice to someone doing 10-day silent retreats in the Himalayas. But that's not spirituality. That's spiritual consumerism. The real work is invisible. It happens in moments when no one is watching. When you're cut off in traffic and choose compassion over cursing. When your partner misunderstands you and you choose patience over proving a point. When your own mind spins stories of judgment and you gently return to the breath. That's the real altar. That's the real chant. Let's go deeper. Why do we cling to these forms? Often, it's because of fear. Fear of being unworthy, fear of suffering, fear of not being enlightened enough. So we use practice as a shield. We believe that if we look spiritual, act spiritual, follow the rules, we'll be safe, we'll be saved. But the Buddha never taught safety through rules, he taught freedom through awareness. He didn't say, chant these words and all will be well. He said, be awake. Wake to your thoughts. Wake to your attachments. Wake to your false sense of identity. Which brings us to another critical point. The goal of practice is not to become a Buddha. The goal is to let go of the self that thinks it needs to become a Buddha. You're not climbing a ladder, you're peeling off the layers. One illusion at a time. This is where form becomes dangerous, when it becomes another layer rather than a tool to remove the layers. It's like carrying a boat on your head after crossing the river. The boat helped, but it's time to let it go. How do you know if you're attached to form? Ask yourself these questions. Do you feel anxious when your routine is interrupted? Do you compare your practice to others? Do you judge people who don't practice properly? Do you feel spiritual pride? These are red flags, not to punish you, but to awaken you. And once you see them, you can begin the real work, releasing the appearance and returning to essence. You don't need to throw away your rituals, you just need to relate to them differently. Let them be tools, not trophies. Let them be bridges, not prisons. Here's a truth no one talks about. Some of the most awakened beings you'll ever meet may never mention the word spiritual. They'll be the ones who listen deeply, who love gently, who forgive easily, who live quietly. Their practice is not on display in their presence. That is the silent power of authentic spirituality. And that, my friend, is the path that leads to what the Buddha called nirvana. Not a place, not a reward, but a state of being where nothing needs to be proven, nothing needs to be performed, nothing needs to be possessed. You are enough. Right now, without any props, rituals, or labels. Just you, pure awareness. So let me ask you again, were you truly practicing? Or just attached to the idea of practice? It's okay to realize the difference. That realization is the beginning of real practice. Thank you for walking this path with me. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to share your story. Have you ever been caught in the appearance of practice? What helped you break through? Let's grow together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your journey matters, your truth matters, and you, exactly as you are already enough. Thank you for watching this video.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the Soulmate Test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now.
http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.